All right, welcome in, everyone. We are the Football Guys, and as always, this is the Football Guys podcast. He's Tariq Jackson. He's Reese Rowe. He's Timmy Goat to Joseph. He's Bruce Stone. I'm Ryan. Life got in the way a little bit this week, so this will be the only episode you're hearing from us this week. Probably going to be here this Saturday morning. We will be continuing our Goat Madness series. We've got 2 positions left, and then we move on to the finals. Tonight, we're going to be focusing on cornerbacks. That being said, Reese, what you got going on, bro?
I guess this damn matchup I got going on. No, I ain't got too much going on, man. You know, getting things back together again, getting ready, for this weekend. I don't know who all celebrates, but, we're going to celebrate Juneteenth, I'm sorry.
Come on here.
So I'm getting ready, probably take the kids, since we're in the Northeast area, take them down to Baltimore and go to the festivities that's going to be out there. So, so I hope everybody enjoy. I know everything is kind of crazy now, but, once again, we want to continue to spread that love across here. So we hope to once again have everybody that is on here listening, that we're able to pretty much show y'all, with us being a diverse cast, that how we can actually come together and that we actually meet together. I don't want to get all sentimental, but, that's kind of what we do. But, So what y'all got, man? We got something going on. I know Reed got something going on.
I do. Well, I just want to piggyback on what you – what's up?
Real quick, though, before we let you piggyback, we got to give you a little shout-out, bro. My man Reek passed a big test today for inside of his career. It's going to help him advance and work towards his dream. So big shout-out to Reek on that.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely congrats.
Congrats.
Get that money. Let me hold something, though.
Get that money off my back. Got that monkey off my back.
Hey, man. Hey, let me hold something, though, cuz.
Nah, listen. You the one that got the bread. I've heard you been in your job 15 years. Max out your 401k.
I don't talk about
Gucci over there.
But
I wanted to piggy off of what you said as far as Juneteenth. I think that's I saw that our governor, Tom Wolf, made that a national holiday in Pennsylvania. I think, get it a couple years, and that might be a federal holiday. It's a different topic because, growing up, everybody thinks July 4th is, Independence Day. You raise up Independence Day. That's the day that, the land of the free, home of the brave, and America is freedom. And then as you get older, you do a little research. You're like, wait, some people weren't free at the time. So then, you kind of look at it like, I don't know if I really want to celebrate the holiday. So, I'm not that guy. I'll go out and celebrate with the kids. I'll go to a couple, eat some functions, stuff like that. But I'm not really like super pro-American on July 4th. I'm not the Grinch either. That I'm not that guy. Everybody has their own way of celebrating. But yeah, definitely Juneteenth is the way to go. My son's older now. He's 7, so I might break it down to him as far as like what that means and things like that. But yeah, man, that's a good thing you're doing for the kids. You got older kids, so you can take them all the way down to Baltimore and waste that money that drive.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm blessed. I ain't gonna say, you know what I mean. So we're gonna take that drive. You know what I mean. What you got going on, Tim? What you doing today, bro? Or how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Had to go down and help Mom do some repairs at her house. And
Mama.
Tim, the 2-man Taylor.
Not at all. I was just there for my
moral
height.
support.
I mean, everybody can do drywall, right? It's just easy, drywall is simple, right?
They just needed me to help to hold up the ceiling panels.
Right.
The
there you go.
Right. I'm the guy that gets excited about making a building.
I was there for my height alone. That's it.
It's good when you're 6'4". I mean, me and Bruce over here would love to be 6'4". I think all of us would love to be 6'4" besides you.
Facts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even fit in the screen right now.
Bro, I tell you right now, if I was 6'4", y'all be seeing me in the league. I'm telling you right now. Right now. Especially NBA. Because I got an NBA 3 right now. Right now.
So you got an NBA 3 your ass, Reek.
I'm telling you right now, the jumper is that serious. Catch and shoot, Kyle Korver, right, Ray Allen, all day.
Kyle Korver too?
Yeah. All that. You see all the jumpers. It's legit. Legit 3. I'm just 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", so I can't guard a point guard that's 6'3". I just can't do it. But if I could,
Muggsy did it.
Buckets, huh?
But you know what? This ain't
Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy Bogues can sit
Just
on a
saying.
goddamn rim, balls. He could jump.
See, here we go. Here we go.
But that's more Spug Webb than
Bruce is
Muggsy.
already getting it cooking.
But again, Spug Webb had a 48-inch vert. If I had that, then you're damn right. Like, I can fly.
Hey,
I
bro.
believe I
Work
can
on them
fly.
calves. Work on them
Oh,
calves,
my
cuz.
God.
Man, you know, that's not cast. That's God given ability. 48 inches vert.
Could Muggsy dunk?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
I
Muggsy
don't
dunk.
know. He was
Yeah,
only
they all-
5'3".
yeah, they could.
He was only
He could dunk.
5'3".
He could
At
dunk.
5'3", really?
He could
I ain't
dunk.
never
Yes,
see his
Muggsy
little
Bogues
ass
could
dunk.
I gotta see
So
Nobody's saying you dunk neither, Reese. You told us you could.
hey, look, that I
Well, he's
mean,
also
it is what it
5'11".
is.
That's a
I dunk,
different topic. 5'11",
I dunk
5'3".
people, donuts. You know what I mean? You name it, I'm dunking it. You know what I'm saying?
Dunkaroos.
Yeah,
I used to dunk.
okay. That I mean that was a deep pass. That was a deep pass. You went for the Hail Mary on that
Yeah.
one. I understand it.
Yeah, yeah. Dunkaroos? Is that
Hey, they're making
serious, Con?
They're making a comeback, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
Dunkaroos is
You
legit.
watch your mouth, bro.
Dunkaroos is legit. What you got going on, Bruce, besides your hair?
I know. That's all we're gonna talk about.
Thanks for
I
noticing,
see you got the ultralight glow over there. What's going on?
I know.
You about to turn up
Nah,
after,
man.
you about to
There he
turn
goes.
up after this is over? Wifey come
Man,
in?
shut up, dog.
Baby number 5?
So oh bull. Nah,
Got
man,
that
we
new deck.
Right, got that, exactly. Got that new deck.
It's going down at the
Yeah,
Bruce
you know what
Stone
I'm
deck.
The coronavirus deck.
the Stone Yard.
The Stone Yard.
Baby gonna be called
The
COVID.
Stone Yard.
Oh.
Nah, real shit. I mean, we've just been working on the outside, working on the deck, the Stone Yard, right? Getting that all ready for when this whole crazy nonsense goes back to normal. So I can have you fine gentlemen over for a pod, you know. It's cookout season, man. I know it's kind of slow, but all things are going back to normal. Football starting back up, softball, baseball. Hopefully, the world comes back into queue soon here, man. You know, missing everything a little bit, but yeah, things are good. Things are good. I got hey man, it's looking like now there might be a college football season. Things to look forward to, you know.
Yeah, 6 weeks of practice they got.
Yep.
Yeah.
They need fans more than NFL. They need fans bad.
Yeah. Yo, I'm also gonna shout out my boy Reek. Yo, man, you know I love you, bro. You know that's you know he's one of my best friends, and I know he wanted this, and he has a dream. He has a dream that he's already on his way to fulfill. So, big shout out, kid.
I appreciate you, good brother. I really do.
Really happy for you. I really am.
Well, I appreciate you, my guy. We're gonna get there together.
Absolutely, brother. So who's next?
Ryan! No, Ryan with the fish.
Mr. Lee.
He catch a bass a day.
Bruce Lee.
No, I've got something else going on in life right now. So had to take a little break from fishing this week. Me and my girlfriend actually, we got out, did a little house shopping, and we actually just submitted our first offer today. So
Nice.
we should find out in the next 24 to
You
48
better
hours.
get something else with them keys. That's all I'm saying. She better get something else with them keys.
Hey, we don't do that on this podcast. What do you mean with those keys?
Listen,
I'm sorry. You're not talking about those keys. I'm sorry. I
I
apologize.
want the key to the house, good
Apologize.
brother. You know,
I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm a homeowner. Damn, both. Keys,
No, but
Best decision.
No.
Best
We
decision I ever made, yo.
Yeah, we found the right house. We think it's definitely at the right price. It's under what we were expecting to spend. It checked pretty much every box that we have. So we just got
Where's
to
it at?
That's quick too,
Is it
bro.
around? What township? I want
was-
to get people where you live at, but what township?
I'm a city boy, so we're heading. We're gonna stay in Philly. I'm being Parkway.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good, man. It's a nice spot.
Okay.
Nice
Now, is
area.
this going to be like a starter home? Are you going to look to move to the Birds for education, or are you going to stay there, next 30 years?
Look, I ain't trying to have them
Well,
kids y'all got.
for as long as I work for the city, the unfortunate part is I got to live in the city for as long as I work for the city. So
Okay.
until
Okay.
that changes,
So,
or until they change the rules, which you never
Right.
know because they did
so
it
pretty
for the
much
cops and the
St. Joe's
firemen
Prep or
until
Girls High. That's what it sounds
Yep,
like.
pretty much.
yeah. Those going to be the kids' choices.
St. Joe's Prep or Girls High. I
Yeah.
respect that. That's cool though, man.
Man.
But yeah, so fingers crossed that all works out. Outside of that, like I said, I'm taking a break from fishing. My skin's a little burnt, so I need the break anyway. But Timmy, what you got going on?
You already said. You say
Nothing.
Problem. Spackling.
Right. That was quick. Right, that was quick, bro. I swear on everything, bro. We looked at like 165 houses, bro. Yeah, I swear it felt like we
Well,
looked at
here's the
165
difference,
houses.
though. Every
Crazy,
person
dog.
is picky, and Jamie picky.
Oh, I
She
know.
wanted to make sure she had
Yeah.
the right house. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
Everybody
you got
not
the
like that. Jamie said,
backyard.
"Listen,
That's why you
Real
got
life,
the
yo.
stone yard.
Right. She
No,
said,
I
listen, I want
no,
that.
but Ryan, I will say this: Ryan definitely came in prepared. He told me, he said, "I know what I want, and everything," and he, he went right for it. So that's good, man. I just know that we look at like,
we've looked at 6 houses, and we're still going to look at a few more. We just put the offer in that way. It
Just in case, right.
Yeah, just in case, because we really love the house, but there's a couple that we're still interested in.
Right.
And the beauty of it is with the whole COVID thing, everything's kind of held up. So if we do find something we like, we'll have a little extra time where we can retract the offer. Or
you got like, I think you got like 40. I think you got like 48 hours. If I'm not mistaken. Right. If they accept the offer, you got 48 hours to pull it back.
So, gotcha.
Yeah, so if y'all need any time, you need realtor advice, call Bruce Stone at 1-800-KICK your ass, okay? Bruce Stone will give you all the realtor ideas that you need. We're not only an NFL podcast, but we're also a realtor podcast as well. Just want to make sure all the fans know that. Y'all getting the good shit tonight.
All right, so as we said, though,
I can't stand you.
So let's flip it over to the pod, guys.
No doubt. Let's get it.
It started as an idea. It became a dream. And now it's becoming a reality. No one foreseen it happening. It just happened. But enough of the chit-chat. It's game time!
Do you like football? Do you appreciate good commentary? Enjoy the factual entertainment we call podcast. You won't regret it. Tune in while you can. They aren't on forever.
Clocked in, minds at work. Stadium's my only church. IQUC, I come in first. NFL, I'll wait my turn. Brucey is the QB1. Timmy is the football nerd. Ryan's hopping on them takes. Religious Reek will bless with words. Last but not the least is Reese. He shows opinions over. Hover speaks his mind while staying sober. Spits his facts, come watch or show. Your hat is on backwards, you know it's for clothes. Are you lucky they started the show that you're clover? Think that your brain is super than Nova. Tune in while you can. You'll hate when it's over.
Guys, quick shout out to our sponsors. As always, Levittown Carpeting Flooring. That's our friends Eddie and family. As always, guys, estimates are free. But when you mention the Football Guys podcast when booking your services, you will receive $50 off. So, that's just Eddie being the great guy that he is. Also, Brothers for All Media. That's, once again, Eddie and our other friend, Isaiah Noble. They're just out there trying to spread a good message. And, they're all about that, bringing the people together. We preach that here in the podcast, and they preach that themselves. So, yeah, definitely give them a follow. They're on YouTube and Facebook at Brothers for All.
Eddie, yeah, man, for your flooring needs.
All right, Goat Madness. We are in bracket 7 out of 8 before the finals. We have 2 positions left. That's our cornerbacks and our safeties. We're going to save the best for last. In my opinion, that's the safety. So tonight we're going to hit the cornerbacks. This shouldn't be too hard, depending who you ask. I think there's one dog running away with this one. That being said, let's throw it over to the master of ceremonies, Timmy Goat DeJoseph.
Okay, so we got a good little list here of some highly skilled individuals. We're going to go with the number 1 seed, Deion Sanders versus the 8th seed. Sorry for the low seed there, Darryl Green, but some stuff came to attention from the guys in this thing, and we had to switch some stuff around. So no disrespect to you, buddy. Then they got the 4 seed, Rod Woodson, versus the 5 seed, Charles Woodson, the Woodson battle. Then we got the 2 seed, Champ Bailey, versus 7 seed, Mike Haynes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the 3 seed, the Dick Night Train Lane, versus the 6 seed, Darrelle Revis, the Island.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with the first matchup of Prime Time versus Darryl. I'm going to throw it to Reese here because I know Reese.
Prime Time.
Reese had a thing with this.
Yes,
matchup.
I did.
This is the bullshit.
I definitely had a problem with this matchup. I had a problem with this matchup because Darryl Green should not be the 8th seed. No way, shape, form, or fashion should Darryl Green be the 8th seed. And as we talk about both of these guys, as we all know, and as you guys know who are fans now, young and old, we all know about Deion and his speed, right? What you guys don't know about, some of you young fans don't know about Darrell Green and his speed. My man ran a 10.08. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, that was an 82. That was comparable to, let's say, legend track star Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis, right?
Carl Lewis. So you guys don't understand how fast Darrell Green was. Darrell Green was timed one time to actually run a sub 4.15. So everyone.
That was unofficial.
It was unofficial, definitely unofficial. Just like a lot of 40 times that we hear about them. But, you know, they also say Deion ran like a 4.21 as well, too. But we all know Darrell Green had track speed, Olympic speed, not even just track speed, but Olympic speed. So that's one thing that's always missed. And also, too, why I say Darrell Green should not be the AC, because we have guys on this list who did not play as long and at the level of Darrell Green.
Correct.
Well into his 40s. So there's no way. Like, I don't want to go here because we didn't get to this matchup yet, but there's a guy named Darrelle Revis who is the 6th seed, and he definitely played longer and better than Darrelle Revis within his career.
I can concur.
So if you actually, so this is why I say he shouldn't be here. But, you know what I mean, to make this very short and simple, But give a little bit of Darrell Green because I definitely have Deion, and they shouldn't be matched up. But it's definitely Deion. We all know what Deion did. But Darrell Green, being a small DB, 5'9", 185, getting over almost 1,200 tackles, you know what I mean, from the cornerback position, which is great. Also having the interceptions. If you actually compare the interceptions he had to Deion, it's very close.
Come on, Reese.
I think Deion might. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's very close. I'll leave that up to you guys. So once again, it's Deion Sanders. But Darrell Green, this is not because of me. We would be moving to the second round. But because how this matchup is, you are now going to be out.
You got to get the hell out of here.
Damn it. It sucks. I'm also a Florida State fan, so definitely had to go with Deion. What you got, Bruce? Go ahead, man. This is disheartening. I'm sorry.
So since you wanted to talk about the interceptions, and since I'm bored, and I'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
What's the primary job of a cornerback is to shut down opposing receivers and get interceptions, right?
Correct.
Problem.
Yes,
Darrell's got to stop them.
Darrell Green had 54 interceptions.
Correct.
Deion Sanders had 53.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So he had more interceptions than Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
But Deion Sanders also had more touchdowns because Deion Sanders was a human highlight reel.
We talking about the cornerbacks and not the returns. Don't do that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about even interception returns.
Yeah,
when he got the ball in his hands, it was ridiculous, bro.
They closer than you think.
Talking about interception returns.
Closer than you
bro,
think.
You can go all you want. You can try to discredit Deion all you want. Okay?
I'm just telling you.
I'm letting you know right now. Darrell Green, he battled every game. He came in to the league. He was, like he said, he was a smaller corner. He was going against some pretty damn good receivers.
Randy Moss?
Right? Yeah, well. Huh?
Oh, you guys don't know about that, huh?
That was late, bro. That was late. But all right.
And he shut Randy down for the most part.
He did, yeah. Well, because he you're right. They're pretty good. I mean,
ain't no pretty good.
I'll give you that.
Randy scored. And it was rookie year. I'm talking about how Randy made an impact.
Yeah, he broke records and stuff. Hey, good player. Now, listen.
I'm sorry.
Listen. Darrell Green played for the Skins, bro. I watched Darrell Green play growing up. I know how good Darrell Green was. And that boy was fast. Mm-hmm. He could run. Now, allegedly, Deion Sanders claims that he ran like a 4.1 or a 3.9. The stories he drove in a limo, showed up, ran his 40, ran out. Some scouts had one time. Other scouts had another time. Apparently, he said, I'm not doing anything else but that. I'm better than everybody at this track.
Well, that's true. He did do that. He ran it and then left.
My man was not lying. He drove right in, ran his 40, and left. So I'm going to save all the good tidbit things for Deion after this matchup. Darrell Green's a Hall of Famer, a great football player.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna say on behalf of the Football Guys podcast, this list is a little sketchy. We had to pull some people off because certain people in this chat.
That's right.
Jackson,
That's right.
Complained.
That's
he had
right.
to move stuff around.
That's
My
right.
man Tim the GOAT. He put together a nice list. We did some complaining, but we came to something here. We brought something together.
That's right.
Darryl Green got the short end of the straw.
He did,
Okay?
and not because of his ability or his height.
He's not. So, my man, I salute you, Mr. Green, but prime time. So I have to move on. So, Mr. Jackson, go ahead. Since you're going, I can tell you're in the mood to get on prime. So
I'm
he's
potting
ready.
tonight,
He is
but
ready.
it's not
He
for this
is.
matchup. It's not for this matchup. I mean, I agree with both. I agree with both of you guys.
I can't wait till you try to. I can't wait.
You
Go ahead.
gonna
Go
be.
ahead.
I'm gonna be ready.
Don't worry, I'm ready.
But as far as this matchup, yeah, Darryl Green is definitely low on his list. They should be. It's just unfortunate. I mean, the man has same amount of rings as Deion.
Yes.
On the same centennial team as Deion. Like he has 6 touchdowns and Deion's 9. So like I said, it's close to people think. Like you go argue he's top 3, but unfortunately, it's just how it went. So Deion's gonna go on. He's gonna go forward. I'm gonna say Deion, but it's closer than you think. What you got, Ryan?
Only because I know where Tim's going to go with this. I ain't going to let – Darryl Green was already disrespected with the 8 seed, so I'm going to go Darryl Green here just to make sure he doesn't get the clean sweep.
Appreciate
I respect you on that. I respect you on that.
It.
Go ahead, Tim.
I don't respect that.
know.
Yeah,
I don't respect that.
I don't. I give you credit for the answer, I guess, but
No,
That's
I respect it.
That's a participation trophy. We don't believe in those at the football guys podcast.
Oh, man. God. Damn. You must be hot for doing all that damn spackling. You come in here. You put Darryl Green and participation trophy in the same sentence? Shit.
I said Ryan gave him participation trophy, not you guys.
Oh, shit.
It's Deion. Darryl Green was great, but Deion was a guy like you mentioned the interceptions. Deion hardly got any action. Mm-hmm. Deion was like Barry Bonds in the home run year. He might get one pitch a night to hit. Deion might have got one
pass,
less than 5 passes, about 90% of the snaps in his prime of his career. So he made a lot out of those little opportunities. I mean, he wasn't a big tackler. I mean, I have to give him a slight knock for that. But it's Deion. Like Bruce said, if he got interception, you better pray that it was on a deep ball. If he threw that out route to Deion and he picked it, there was no one catching him.
Yeah. I mean, he started high step from 20.
I'm pretty sure he made that famous. He might not have been the first guy to do it, but he was the guy that made the high step famous.
He definitely made it famous.
Look. He might not have been the first person to high step, but he was the first person to high step from the 20 with his hand on his head and laughing at the players running.
As I said, it's one of those things like you said. Moss wasn't the first guy to moss somebody, but it's synonymous with his name, just like the high steps stuck with Deion.
Right.
Let's move on. We got
Deion
and the one participation trophy for Darryl. So we'll go with the. This is the matchup I like. These are probably my 2 favorite guys on the list. The battle of the Woodsons. So who's gonna go first? Let's start with Ryan here. What do you know about the Woodsons? Probably nothing.
The devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Never danced with a devil in the pale moonlight. Hey, Rob, we can't hear you, man.
I said pass that one on for a second because I got to do a little research because me and the devil ain't on speaking terms right now.
All right. Jesus. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it off. So Charles Woodson, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people may know him, you know what I mean? Coming from Michigan, winning the Heisman.
Yes, he did.
Also,
national champion.
Playing receiver, Did they win the national championship that year as well, too? Rose Bowl, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. So my man's just a winner. He's
the only corner ever to win the Heisman.
Yes, only corner ever win a Heisman. And as you see on his list,
he might be the only defensive player.
Like, wow. That is that's some crazy shoes that he's did. But once again, Rob Woodson, like I said, we talk about a DB, he played everywhere. He played cornerback, he played safety. And wherever he was on the field, you had to look out for him. So that 2-4, you know what I mean? He definitely epitomized that 2-4 and made a name for it. But as we all know, and you Tom Brady fans should know about him, with the tuck rule. He could literally do it all. He was a returner as well too. He was a guy who'd get the ball in his hands, also create fumbles, force fumbles. You know what I'm saying? And also could tackle very well as match up with your best defender. So Rod Woodson now, oh my God.
Hold on real fast. On what you said, I just looked it up. He is the only primary.
I just said, yeah, I know.
But do you know who he beat out for the Heisman?
Who did
that year?
That year.
Peyton Manning.
I think it was Peyton Manning, right? Yeah.
Y'all are welcome.
Wait, welcome. Shoot, he was gonna figure it out. You just might have had it. You know what I'm saying? QB1. But with that being said, like I said, Charles Woodson came into the league. He came into the league fire, and actually
he came into the league potting.
He did. Just like right now. So now let's get to Rod. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Rod Woodson. And I don't like really saying their last name, so I'm just going to keep it Chuck and Rod, okay? That's it. So, you know what I mean? Because the last name is plausible. But upon that being said, look, Rod Woodson at the time, if you guys don't know, and playing in Pittsburgh before he got to Baltimore, like Rod Woodson was that guy. He was that guy. It was literally him and Deion going neck for neck, as well as still having Darryl Greene. They literally was, hey, who is going to be considered number one? And Rod Woodson,
you're drunk.
You're crazy if you don't know
you're
that.
Drunk.
It was
drunk.
that. Rod Woodson was more of aggressive because guess what? He could actually tackle. I know Deion said they don't pay me to tackle, but guess what? Rod, he said they do, and I still get busy the same way on the football field. He had that blue collar mentality pretty much on the football field. Deion was definitely the flashy, you know what I mean? I love him coming out of Florida State, but guess what? Rod Woodson was that guy, that blue collar, let's get it done. You know what I mean? I'm put my face in the mud type of guy. That's what Rod Woodson was. So as we matched up both of these guys, and they both later on in their career moved to safety. I'm sorry to say it, but it's Chuck. It's Chuck. Fuck Rod. I'm sorry. And it is close. It's definitely close. I didn't want to give y'all no stats. I'll leave it to these other guys, but it's definitely Chuck. It's Chuck for his impact. It's Chuck for what he did to different teams with Raiders, and then we're going to Green Bay and help turning that franchise and defense around. His impact on the field is what I take over. And don't get me wrong, Rod was very close as well too, but he actually had more help. If you look at the defense he had in Pittsburgh, he had a lot of Hall of Famers. As well, even in Baltimore, he had a lot of help. Chuck came to Oakland and he came to Green Bay and did his thing. So I got
he helped Green Bay get a ring.
I want to go next on this.
Go ahead,
man. You would honestly think when you think about the Woodson rivalry right here, you honestly
the Woodson twins.
The Woodson, you think they twins? Like their stats are damn near the same. Both won Defensive Player of the Year. Both won a chip. Both had multiple All-Pros. But here is the big difference. One person made the NFL 100 team. One didn't. You know why? His name is Rod. Here's why. He has more touchdowns, pick sixes, all times, and more interceptions. So I'm gonna give Rod the nod because he had little more stats.
You know what? I ain't even mad at that. To be honest with you, I'm not mad at that. This is a matchup where I don't really think there is no wrong answer of going back and forth. To be
like I said, they are like almost identical. Like
when you talk about. Like I said, when you talk about the years that Deion was playing, and I don't mean to go back to that, but they were going neck to neck. And you talk about interceptions, return, and so forth and so forth. Rod Woodson was up there. He definitely was up there. So, what you got, Bruce?
So, I've heard the term the Woodson twins, blah blah blah, before. You know, Rika. I mean, you got something there. I mean, you know, it's the Rod Woodson thing, the effect. But I'm gonna tell you this. Charles Woodson wasn't only a better corner than Rod Woodson. He was a better safety and a better leader than Rod Woodson. Charles Woodson got a Heisman. He was the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I was talking about the Heisman. This is NFL.
Oh, I don't give a flying dog shit. I'm speaking facts and fire.
Got to take the
Well,
whole
okay,
career.
fine. You want to talk about? Hey, want to talk about the NFL?
Yes.
He was the rookie of the year.
Okay.
Rod Woodson wasn't.
So was Kyler Murray. He the GOAT now?
I don't. It don't matter.
Oh,
I'm not talking about that.
That's
Okay,
saying.
we're not talking about that.
That's
We're talking
horrible.
about him being the rookie
It's a
of the
horrible
year.
comparison.
Okay. The fact is, okay, Charles Woodson, when that Packer team got to the Super Bowl, he was phenomenal. Phenomenal. That man was phenomenal until the day he left the game. Rod Woodson hung on a couple years too long, in my opinion. Okay. I'm gonna give the nod to Charles Woodson. I just think that Charles Woodson did a lot more with less. He got a ring with a team that was way less talented than the Ravens team.
Wait. Say that again? A lot less.
You hear
Well,
what I said?
how good did Aaron Rodgers play that year? That he won the Super Bowl?
Bro, I don't care. That defense, name me 5 players on that Packer defense.
You want me to? Hang on.
Please, go ahead.
You
I'll
got
wait.
Nick Collins. That was the other safety. Then you got
Oh, he was a Pro Bowler.
Okay, then you got Charles, right? That you said. Then you have Clay Matthews.
Stop Googling that shit, bro.
I'm not Googling it. It's 2011.
Go ahead.
Then wasn't Tremont Williams on that corner side too?
He was. Yeah,
was
great.
He was balling there too, right? I can name people on the offense too, besides Aaron Rodgers.
But none of those guys, not one of those guys are Ray Lewis. Not any of those guys are anything close to what the Ravens had. Okay.
Name the quarterback that Ray had that's better than Aaron Rodgers. Name the quarterback there, because you said that wasn't Ray Lewis. Name the quarterback that Ray Lewis had that's better than Aaron Rodgers. I'll wait.
We're not talking about the quarterback. We're talking about defense, dog.
Well,
I'm not talking about the quarterback.
now Ro always says it's a team sport, right?
Okay.
Do you think they win that Super Bowl without Aaron Rodgers? They beat our Eagles. Was it because of defense or was it because of Aaron Rodgers?
Hey, look, I get.
What do you mean?
That is my word. So
Aaron
defense
Rodgers
got the stop. That Packers team got the that Packers team got the stop.
Yeah, that's more Michael Vick with the throw. He underthrew him. But if we look, if they drove all the way down. But if you're looking though, they had Aaron Rodgers. They don't win without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't.
Either way, you could use that. That's fine.
Was that the year he told him to relax? Nah, that wasn't that year, was it?
Nah, it was at a different year. Yeah. Charles Woodson, what I'm talking about defensively, Woodson did a lot more with less talent around him in Oakland and in Green Bay. Anyway, Timmy, let me hear it.
Okay, here. I said this is tough. These are my 2 favorite guys on this list.
Yeah, man.
Rod Woodson, he played for the Niners, only 1 year, towards the tail end.
Yes.
But I like to say that we prepared him to win that Super Bowl in Baltimore. But it's Charles Woodson, in my opinion. Charles Woodson is like my favorite non-49er of all time. Like his versatility, his toughness, everything about him, man. When I was younger, I bought a Michigan jersey just for Charles Woodson. I also don't like Michigan anymore because of a certain crappy coach that helped ruin mine and Reese's team here. But I digress.
Hardball.
I don't worry about the khakis right now. But yeah, it's Charles Woodson. I mean, it's close.
Damn pleats.
I love khakis were clean.
I actually met Rod's mother-in-law one time.
Oh yeah.
Name drop. I don't remember her name, but
name drop, but I don't remember her name.
Mrs. Woodson.
No, it's Mrs. whatever his wife's name was before Woodson.
Okay.
But she was very nice.
Okay.
And, I can imagine Rod's a very nice man also. I don't know Charles either. He's not the greatest announcer, but or analyst. But I'm going to go with Charles.
There you go.
Rye?
So what do we got? 2-2?
No, it's 3-1.
It's 3-1.
Okay, so Charles already won. I was going
crap, Ryan.
He was gonna go with Woody.
I don't know why football had the audacity to do anything before I grace this earth with my presence.
Oh boy.
That being said, here goes 2 guys once again that I have no recollection of ever seeing play. So
what year were you born in?
I was born 94.
Jesus.
Charles Woodson played like 2014.
You remember that Eagles run? I mean, going against the Packers when the Packers beat us when Michael Vick was a quarterback. You remember that?
Yep.
It's 2010.
Okay, and I do remember that then.
Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't want to remember it. I wouldn't want it either.
Correct.
That team
I'm
won
using
the Super Bowl.
selective memory. That being said, I'm going Rod. The stats speak for themselves.
Thank
You
you.
went Rod?
Yes,
I like
because
Rod.
the
Hey,
better
what Woody?
stats. What do
He
you
has
mean?
better stats.
He's
He
better
likes to get
stats.
Rod.
You're going with, well, what he did on the field, the presence and leadership.
Nah, he
You're
just
going
went with the
off
devil.
How it go? How the boys go again?
well, he did more for the field. He was a leader, and he.
You want to go with the devil, with the goat, the devil, the dude, the devil, do.
Hey, devil ain't got nothing to do with this. We in
Yeah,
speaking
the
terms right now, like I
stats.
said.
The devil to
my
the doo-doo.
The devil did
Devil
a
with the
doo-doo.
doo-doo. Night Train Lane.
What you
Listen,
got?
we
What you
ain't
got?
get there
What's the
yet.
next
Next.
matchup?
Next, we got the 2 seed, Champ Bailey. The champ is here.
It's really,
Versus the
man.
7 seed, Mike Haynes.
Mike fucking Haynes.
Woo!
Let me start this off because I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. It's fucking Champ Bailey, and it really ain't that close. No disrespect, but it's Champ Bailey. Whoever wants to take it.
I'll go second. No disrespect to the guy on the top 100 team.
Yeah.
It's not close. I mean, the guy made the top 100 team. But I honestly don't know much about this guy. I Googled him a little bit after I did this list.
Tim Potter.
I'm not the Mike Haynes expert. I got the Haynes underwear back in the day. I used to rock that. I don't know if he's part owner in that or anything.
Yep,
Maybe
he's
the
part
nice-
on that. He owns a
I wa-
little small portion of that.
I'm wearing the
lying,
white
guys,
tee right
man.
now. I mean, he might have been part of this T-shirt. I don't know. But
It's different Haynes.
I'm
Don't
gonna
smell
go.
the same.
I used to live near Haynes Road in Levittown. I mean, a lot of Haynes going back in my.
Oh,
And it's just spelled differently. All of it's spelled
yeah,
differently.
no, that's what makes it great.
But I'm gonna go with
Holy shit.
Champ Bailey only because he's a guy I see him play. I'm gonna go with what someone said earlier. I think it might have been Reek that I remember him a little bit more for his Bronco days. I remember him on the Redskins, but I remember him more fondly for his days on the Broncos.
Right.
So I'll go with Champ.
Right.
I'll go next. Champ was my favorite corner growing up. He was my guy, especially in Madden. I used to play for the Broncos. He used to shut it down.
Look, you already know. I'm about to say the same thing,
Shut
Greek.
it
I'm about
down,
to say
boy,
the
I tell
same
you. See, nowadays they do that ghost. They do that when you play Mutt. They got the ghost from the past. That was Champ, man. Champ was that
yes,
before Reeves,
yes.
before the 90, that was Champ. Champ was that dude in Denver, man. Sheesh. What did he play? He played with Darryl Green growing up. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
a nasty.
Yeah, they only played together for a few years. It was
Yeah,
Fred
only
Smoot.
for a few.
Daryl. It was Fred
That's
Smoot more than Green. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know,
it
but
was.
man, we don't care about no Smoot. But I'm just saying, like that
That
was a
ass
nasty
Good player, bro. Damn.
Fred Smoot, shout out to the trip in Minnesota, the boat trip.
Yeah. Oh man.
So for Mike Hayes, he was actually
you gotta elaborate on that.
he was a top 5 pick. I didn't know he was like, I mean, again, 1976.
Yeah.
Here's why we really don't know about him. He played for the Patriots when they were trash,
Yep.
and then he won with the Raiders when they beat the Eagles. Like, so we
No, he did.
Oh no,
No, it wasn't.
No, not that was 80. But he did play for the Raiders. He won with, I believe, he won with the Raiders later though. And
He was
then
done
I think-
before. Yeah.
No,
It was
he
like
got
80,
the
I think it
chip.
was 83 something like that. But
Yeah.
he did win the first player of the year, and he was on the top 100 team. 46 interceptions. I mean, he made the 100 team for a reason. I just can't go with you, bro, because I just don't know you. Like, I don't know who you are. Nothing spoke out to me. I've never seen you really play. So I gotta go with Champ. What you got, Bruce?
I mean, listen. Who fought to get this guy on the list? First of all,
Nobody.
all right. I did not.
See what I'm talking about? I'm talking about. Darryl Green gets snubbed too. This is bullshit.
I don't listen. Nah. Because listen, Mike Haynes was a good player.
was.
He did play on a dog
All-time
shit.
great.
Patriot. He did play on a dog. That's why I'm being at. He played on a dog shit Patriot team. They actually beat the Redskins in '83 or '84, I think it was. Whenever he played, that next Super Bowl was against the Redskins. He beat Joe Gibbs and the Redskins. That defense was pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude's a good football player.
38-9. So they trashed him.
I know
Damn
they
right.
did. my man. I mean, listen, Champ Bailey's a hell of a football player, man. I mean, we every generation there's a guy who shuts down guys week in and week out, right? We all know that. Darrelle Revis did it for Darrelle Revis had a cup of coffee. He was okay for a little bit. You know what I mean? Deion did it pretty much since the minute he stepped on the field. That was Champ. Champ annoyed the shit out of people. I mean, Ty Law was another one that did a damn good job at it. He's not on this list. He didn't make the cut. Wasn't he in the top 12, Tim? Or no, you talked about it.
Ty Law.
No,
He was top 12.
He was
Yeah.
number 12.
Yeah,
that's yeah. He right there.
What?
That makes sense. Yeah, him at
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
Yeah. But now, like, as much as I wanted, like, I don't even think Haynes is in the Hall of Fame, right? Nah, he's not in the Football Hall of Fame.
Wait,
He's
how
gotta
do
be.
you
How
make
top
the
100
top
Yes, he is.
100 and not be in the Hall of Fame?
Is he?
He is. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That
Bailey's
don't make
in the Hall
no
of
sense.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. He's in the College Hall of Fame too.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, he was in the Hall of Fame. No,
I think you think about Mel Blunt.
No, he's in the Hall of Fame. But again, he's one of the best of all time. Both were first-round picks, top 10 picks. Champ Bailey's the guy, though. Long story short. I mean, Bailey was phenomenal. And, I mean, yeah, he had his moments. But, I mean, you know, he was good everywhere he went. I mean, he went from Washington, and nobody even threw it aside for a while. So, yeah, Champ Bailey moves on. Well, at least for me, Champ Bailey moves on. Who's up next?
Everybody.
I guess I'll go last.
Oh, you haven't gone
Not
yet?
by
Go ahead.
design.
I'm surprised you didn't go.
Yeah, I mean, it's already 4-0. So, I mean, I guess my vote doesn't matter. We're not getting into politics. We're not gonna do that shit. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you guys, to give the fans a little insight about Mike Haynes, I think he was the one who kind of epitomized the fact of having a long, rangy cornerback. You know,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys, and pretty much he was like, I think like 6'2", almost 6'3", 200 pounds, but he was quick. He was really quick. And another thing that's not, of course, because of the time that when he played and the thing that wasn't recorded, and as we talked about it before, in other positions, especially with defense, is tackles and things like that. But yes, we also know that, you know, we're not really judging a cornerback on pretty much how many tackles that he makes. We're talking about what he does and stops. But Mike Hayes, he was one of the guys who was very aggressive. He's a very aggressive corner, as well as using his quick and speed. Around that time, you know, and when he played, he ran the ball a lot more, as well as him getting a lot of interceptions. So I think that's the thing that's missing. Don't get me wrong, I was not able to see him play, but Mike Hayes was what you see now when you talk about a Richard Sherman, when you talk about, you know, the Legion of Boom in regards to those guys and having those tall, rangy defensive backs, and what you kind of see now, especially with the receivers. So the thing what he's able to do in the 70s and not being able to see a guy like that and move like that, it was kind of out of this world. But once again, you already know, with a guy named like Champ, his first name is Champ. There's no way you can go against a guy named Champ, and he got a brother named Boss. So, I mean, his mama and
his brother named Boss for real?
He got a brother named Boss.
Boss Bailey?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
nasty.
Boss.
Didn't he
and
play?
Champ.
He played, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Boss Bailey
Yeah,
played
he's
for
a
Detroit.
linebacker.
Yes, he played linebacker.
Yeah.
They
That's
both
a
went
lot
to
of
Georgia.
pressure, yo.
Yes. So his mama and them knew exactly that she had some football players. She knew out the womb, I got to name this child Champ. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be fair, his name is Rodney. His nickname is.
Yeah, look. We call
I
him
think
goddamn
Champ's
Boss.
actual name was Champ. I don't see anything
Hey,
else
look,
named
they
Champ.
call his name. They call that boy named Boss. Okay, I don't care what you say.
Oh
That
no,
boy name is Boss.
sorry. His name's actually Roland.
Yeah,
Champ.
look, don't mess up. Nobody go by that. Hey, look, you know how it is. I'm gonna give y'all a little insight. You know how it is in the black community. We don't really tell people our real name, goddamn. Okay, so with that being said,
Sweet lady.
you know what I mean? But no, it's Champ. The Champ is here. You know what I mean? It definitely is. He's moving on. And honestly, it's one of those things that I was able to see a little bit more with Mike Hayes, but it is Champ. I mean, look, when you talk about having him on Madden and literally locked down, I remember just using him like, yo, I swear, throw that thing over there. Throw that thing. I swear to God, user pick all day. I mean, I know I'm getting, but yes, it is Champ. What you got, Tim? What you got for the next matchup?
That's
So
good,
we
bro. Here
got the Night Train Lane.
Good job.
First name we won't mention right now.
Pause.
Nope, it's Richard.
Just no, it's Night Train Lane. Move on. Jesus.
Versus the Island. Darrelle Revis. We'll let Tariq go first here.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
You've been
you,
chomping at
Tim.
the bit all week.
I appreciate you, Tim. So,
Talk about
for
Richard.
our viewers out there,
Little Richard.
I am the reason that
Richard.
you see Night Train on this list. Now, I want everybody listening to this, when you see this on Facebook, when you see the pictures, and you're going to say, who is that? I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to look at his highlights. I want you to look at his highlights.
Watch a game.
You watch the game. You're going to say, damn. Right? You're going to say, damn, admittedly. Then I want you to look at his stats. You're going to be like, what? So let's look at the cornerback position. We already talked about it a little bit. The cornerback position is to shut people down, get interceptions, but you also got to make some tackles. I mean, yes, Deion, I don't get paid to tackle. Yeah, you do. I mean, because if they don't, they're going to run to your side all day. So you do have to tackle as a corner. You can't just run out of bounds. Okay? So we're going to talk about Revis first. So Revis Island, locking that person down. Go throw it aside. Doing all that, tackling. Revis was nasty at that. He won a season of shutting almost every single all-pro you thought of down. T.O. and Randy and Chad and, you can name it. That 09 season, one of the best ever. But here's why it's Night Train Lane.
Okay.
Here's why it's Night Train Lane. Because, again, we talk about interceptions. This man has 68 interceptions. 9 games when he played, 157. Most of the guys on this list played almost 200.
Yep.
There's more interceptions than them. You talk about defensive touchdowns. He has 6. You talk about Darryl Green. He has 6. And how many games he played? Over 200. Prime has 9. He had over 200 games. Let's talk about impact. Because remember, Bruce, maybe we're rookie of the year when you talk about a ride, right? How about your first year in the league? You have 14 interceptions. Still
a record.
Still the record to this day.
Yeah. Still a record.
7-time first-team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler. 2 times he led the interceptions and the lead interceptions, and he was voted by writers as a top 30 player of all time. You know what that means? It means every position, the Jerry's, the Joe Montanas, the Barrys, 30 all time. Now, the one thing, unfortunately, that we don't get to see is his tackles. Go look at the tape. They tell you those 2 people that people feared. It was Dick Buckus and Night Train Lane. This is a cornerback that he was scared of to get tackled.
That's ironic.
You talking about Sean Taylor? Put him at cornerback. That's that guy. He's the one that said that it's not a good tackle if it's below the neck.
Yeah, he was a dirty player.
No, it ain't dirty. It's not dirty back then. He was allowed to do that. Here's what they did.
I know clotheslines were legal. I get it.
Right. But to say the whole story, he's the reason why they changed the tackling rule 3 times.
I know that. I'm aware.
Right. So I love you, Darrelle Revis, but yeah, you're not Night Train Lane. Not at all.
Wait, I'll go next.
Sorry. Go
You
ahead.
gonna go next? Go ahead. Take it away, Bruce.
I'll go next. I got so my boy Reek mentioned Revis's year where he was so good, he shut this guy down, shut that guy down, blah, blah. There's a lot that goes into that. One, the other guys on the Jets defense, Cromartie, I think was the other corner. I forget who was the third corner.
Correct. Yes, he was. Yep.
They picked on those guys. Okay? There was no reason to throw at Revis. Okay? Let's use this part of the brain and not this part of the brain. Revis was good. 29 interceptions, though, I'm not using that excuse. He didn't get targeted, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. My man mentioned 68 interceptions. Yo, Night Train Lane was a goddamn thumper. I know it was illegal. And by the way, you know you're a badass mother if you're going to wear number 81 and play corner.
Thank you.
You're out here like Julius Campbell, right? You're out here like Julius Campbell playing outside.
Listen.
You feel me? Sunshine. Okay. No, for real. Check. Real shit, though. Night Train Lane might be, if not one of the best. He's one of the best we've ever seen. All around, he could hit, he could cover, he tackled illegally and legally, right? He could cover everybody. It didn't matter.
Yep.
Okay? If they ran the ball, his nose was in there. And again,
Correct.
he wore 81. So when you watch the highlights and the people out there watching the highlights and going, where's this guy playing? This Night Train Lane guy, where's he at? He wore 81. He didn't wear 21 or 24 or 29 or 31. He wore 81 because back then you could. He played on a dog shit Lion team. He never won a championship, okay? Yes, Revis got a Super Bowl. If you mother bullshit, don't you start with that championship shit.
We're not going to do that with this
Don't do
one.
it.
No, we're not
Because
gonna
you
do
know why? Revis don't deserve that shit, just like Brady don't deserve that shit, because that should get chalked up to the stupidity of Pete Carroll for calling that play at the one. Okay?
And Russell Wilson for not all of them.
By the way, Revis didn't even have anything to do with that play at the goal line. It was Brandon Browner and Malcolm Butler. So we're going to get out of that point right now.
That's right.
This is Night Train Lane by a mile. Go ahead, Tim.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say one thing. We're gonna forget the thing that Reek said. The only thing the offense was afraid of in the 70s was Dick.
I never said nothing like that. I said Night Train Lane. That's what I said. I said Night Train Lane. I said nothing about that. I ain't said nothing
They were
about
afraid of two things: Dick Buckets and Dick Slade.
that.
He did.
I did say Dick Buckets.
He was afraid of two dicks.
Damn, I said Dick Buckets.
Yo,
I did.
I ain't even gonna hold you. 2 dicks is enough to scare me.
I'm out, guys. It was nice talking to y'all.
I know.
Okay, so enough dick talk.
Oh,
Let's
man.
go with the fact that Darrelle Revis played in the time where you can't even breathe on a receiver without getting a penalty.
That's not
I mean, there's other guys
He
playing
still
at the
did, though.
time where you can clothesline and drop kick and back body drop and
Okay.
whatever other WWE
Back
move you want
body
to throw out
drop.
there.
This guy.
Revis was going against the elite athlete out there. You know what I mean? There wasn't that in the 70s. There was a couple guys here and
man.
there. There wasn't
Okay.
60 guys on that list. And he was shutting them all down one by one. Like, take on all comers. Calvin Johnson, out. Randy Moss, out. T.O., out. Whoever else you want, out. He was taking numbers. I mean, yeah, Night Train Lane. Nice, got a nice nickname, Night Train.
Why we got to do that?
But Revis was an island. You came on that island, you got lost.
Say it, Tim. Say
I
it.
never watched that show Lost, but I imagine you don't want to be lost on an island, and that's what you guys were on the Revis Island. So Revis, he wasn't afraid of no dick. So I'm gonna go with Darrelle Revis.
real quick, Tim. Could you
All
say-
right, I got a question real quick. Well,
Afraid of no
all right,
dick.
go ahead. Go ahead. Lee, go ahead.
he said the island thing because Reeves Island, which we all understand. What's better, just knocking the ball down or getting an interception? Because if that's the case, Byron Jones should be second, or he should be right up there with
The
Stephon
job
Diggs.
as a cornerback is not interceptions; it's to limit the offense from
Yes.
scoring.
Yes.
And there was, I think, one year he didn't allow one touchdown.
Okay,
I don't think not even Deion can say that.
but here's the thing. So when you're talking about two man-to-man corners, yes, the
Yeah.
interception plays in part because you're causing a turnover. That's like in basketball, getting a block versus a steal. I'd rather steal the ball than I got the ball for my offense. You got to say that's a better thing than just knocking the ball down, incompletion. Okay, 3rd and 10, incomplete. Now,
It's still the same. If you block the ball and get the ball back, I mean,
but
you're-
say it
you're
again.
stopping-
You got to get the ball back.
you're
You
stopping
can
them
block
from
it and I
scoring
get the
now.
ball.
Yeah, but if you're stopping them from scoring, that's your job. I mean,
So what you're telling me, wait, hold up, time out. Tim, and I respect the hell out of your opinion, but I'm really lost on this one. So you're telling me you'd rather have a corner that knocks the ball down than a corner who intercepts the ball?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'd rather a cornerback that doesn't allow touchdowns,
But what I'm
doesn't
saying,
allow
Okay.
scores. That's
But
like
we're-
Okay.
right.
it's like do you want the NBA guy that scores 45 points in a blowout loss, or do you want the guy that scores 25 in tight games all the time and is winning ball games. Stats are great, but if you're not winning, Revis was at least helping them win. He took that crappy Jets team to 2 AFC championships with Mark Sanchez. I mean, it was all
better
defense.
respect Mark Sanchez.
Hey?
Was on one that defense?
Listen, I get it. I get there. Bart Scott, another guy. I get it.
No,
Right.
he was the guy. Bart Scott wasn't there. He was on what's his name still?
No,
Baltimore.
Bart Scott was definitely there. He was like, can't
Bart
wait.
Scott played.
He
was
definitely
on
was on
Baltimore.
that team.
No, he played the 1 year.
Really?
Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
can't wait. With
Yeah,
South Carolina.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart Scott is the all-time great. He's a good player, but he's not
I didn't say what.
the guy.
That's it. You saying he was a
Look,
good player.
look,
I'm saying.
all I'm simply
Revis
saying
was
is-
the guy on that defense. He was the only guy that you had to worry about where he was going to be. Like they weren't attacking Revis, and it's not like Cromartie's a bad corner, so it's not a bad second option. So it's not like Asamoah when he was in Oakland, where no one threw to Asamoah's side because he had friggin' one of us playing corner on the other side.
You're disrespecting the hell out of Fabian Washington right now. Good.
Fabian Washington, he wasn't there then.
He was at one point. Yeah, he was. But that was late. Who was the other
Okay.
corner that was there with him? Who was that with him?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter. He's a bum.
It wasn't good enough for us to remember. That's a.
It
So
might
what
be
do you got?
Buchanan.
What do you got, Rye?
Nah.
Tim, you hammered on a lot of points that I was going to make. I feel bad for Mr. Dick here. I wasn't going to co-sign this anyway, but he drew a bad matchup here with Revis. So that being said, I got Revis moving on.
Wow. Well, I'm glad it comes down to me.
Bro, don't do it, bro. Bro, I know you.
So
sorry,
this is great. You know what I mean? As we talk about Darrelle Revis as being, had the Revis Island, and it's still going on today. And I know, you had to put this guy on because of relevance, you know what I mean? Especially to you young viewers or you young fans. You had to understand that. You know what I mean? We all understand that Darrelle Revis, he shut down top receivers. No doubt about it. Definitely.
Wonderful.
It was awesome. And that's his job. You know what I mean? If you
Yes,
take away, as we talk about Deion, and one thing is, it's kind of the same theme that's going on here. And we compare a lot of guys to Deion. So as we say that, we say how Deion pretty much didn't get a lot of interceptions because guys didn't throw to his way. That was Darrelle Revis, right?
He still had 60 interceptions.
So,
right. We're not going to talk about that. Go ahead.
He didn't have 16 interceptions. So
He had 50.
don't
He had
get-
53. He had 53.
It's close enough. 53. Tomato, tomato. Go ahead.
That's not close.
29,
If you-
53. Go ahead. Anyway.
You round down. Oh, okay.
My
Just want to
bad.
make sure.
Round down.
You round down. So, on that, guys, I want to make sure you understand that. Now you have Mr. Richard Night Train Lane. Okay, we already know Mr. He got the name for a reason. There's a reason why you name a guy in the 1950s. You know what I'm saying, for Night Train. Not just because of his skin complexion. Not because of his skin complexion. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, guys? So, yes, he has a record of interceptions, which Reek already mentioned, 14 in his rookie year. That's still standing 60 some odd years later.
In
In 12 games. And that's what I want to mention.
Games.
Thank you.
Hey, your boy.
In 12 games. You know what I mean? So when we talk about shutting somebody down, and I understand what you said, Tim, and Revis helped, that team win. They both did. You know what I mean? Yes,
can I throw
in the
a
1950s.
stat real fast
Go ahead.
before you make your decision? In November 2010, Revis held the Johnsons, pause,
I know.
Calvin, Andre, and Chad in 3 games in a row to a total of 3 catches for 31 yards.
Okay,
What year was that?
That's
2010.
2010.
That's
Yep,
1 year.
2010.
Go ahead. Continue, Reese. Go ahead. Continue.
He had a great stretch. Don't get me wrong. Darrelle Revis is a problem. Don't get me wrong. Dick Night Train Lane was a problem. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that's not mentioned, as you see, both of them are kind of very similar. The one thing that is not similar in both of these guys is their aggression. It's how you attack the ball carrier. Now, I know that the game has changed, right, for the cornerback position. And there's one guy on his list who helped change that. But if you're a football player, you tackle, especially if you play defense. That's your number one job.
Gotta tackle.
Now, I don't like mixing other sports, but when you have a guy that literally is making rule changes because of the way he plays, I hate to tell you guys, I got to go with him. It has to be Dick Night Train Lane. If you got a record that's still, you have more games now. Now you're going to, now in the NFL season, you're going to have now 17 games. Let's see who can go ahead in a passing league. In a passing league, that means you get more opportunities. I don't care how much time they don't throw your way. Guess what? You have top quarterbacks. You have way more quarterbacks. And guess what? What you're also not mentioning is guess what? So in 12 games, he had less opportunities because they ran the ball more.
Yes.
And he still had 14. He also followed it up again, which is not mentioned.
10.
A third year with 10 and 12 games again. So it's not the fact of, only did it one. No. He came back again another year and did it and almost topped it. So it's standing for 60-some-odd years. Almost, this is going to be 66. So I believe nobody's going to ever top 14 interceptions. Never.
So Night Train Lane goes on.
It has to be him. And the fact of the way he actually tackled, the way he literally mugged people on the football field. He took their mama purse. He took their daddy wallet. He took everybody in their family jewels, you know what I mean, just to take it, you know what I'm saying, just because he could do it. That's what Mr. Night Train Lane did. So he has to move on. I'm sorry, and I already mentioned Darrelle Revis shouldn't be on this top 8 anyway because it should be, you know what I'm saying, Darryl Green. He should have also been there. So guess what? Darrelle Revis shouldn't even made the top 8. I'm sorry to tell you that. So
that's rough.
I was already biased anyway. So guess what, bud? Get him out of here.
All right. Semifinals, Tim, go ahead, because the next one's going to be, quick. So go ahead.
Champ Bailey versus Night Train Lane.
You want to start this side. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Tim. Give me some life.
Okay.
Tim's ass.
I'll go first. Champ Bailey.
I know.
Next question.
Oh, he don't like Night Train Lane.
You don't like Night Train. That's okay. That's okay. I'll go next.
That's like comparing Will Chamberlain to Michael Jordan. I mean, the rules were different back then. It was his advantage.
Let me ask you a question then, Tim. And you're pretty consistent, so let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So when we talked about other positions, right? And we didn't care about the stats and the times were different. How come it makes a difference?
We never said that. We mentioned in all the different things.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, but we didn't take like me and Joe Green and Deacon Jones, right? They played at a different time, right? They played at a time where there was more runs or more of a running game at times, right? And these guys, just because these guys, look at their stats and the time they
especially
played.
The sacks. It was very comparable.
Like, I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time understanding how it's not.
I didn't vote for any of those guys, first of all.
You voted for me, Joe.
No, he didn't.
No, he did as a joke.
Yeah.
I wanted to put Reek in a tough. I wanted to put Reek in a tough situation.
There it goes.
All right.
Okay, so sorry.
You got Champ. Okay.
Number 2 seed, Champ Bailey. Versus number 3 seed, Night Train Lane.
I love that.
Oh.
All right.
Hey,
so you said Champ, right? Right. Tim?
Champ is here.
The
All right,
champ
go
is
ahead,
here. Wow.
Just like Ryan's idol, John Cena.
I'm gonna definitely go on this, and this right here is a very difficult decision for me right here because I actually love the way Champ played, as I said earlier. You know, and what Night Train Lane did, you know what I mean, epitomizing the game and moving the game forward. You can't fault a man from when he plays. That I think that's just one of the things. You can't fault a man when he plays.
Thank you.
Also, too, going back, as you said, Tim, you said, hey, you know, Darrelle Revis, and I know we're off because he's out of there, on how he helped the Jets win. I think you forget about what Night Train Lane did in 12 games. He helped that team win. He definitely helped that team win. They were 9-3, you know what I mean, that first year. He don't get 14 interceptions, and he returned some of them for touchdowns. He blocked
field goals, too.
Yes. He was like –
he's that guy.
I won't do this, but I'll get back to this matchup. Champ. When you talk about a shutdown corner after Deion, he was the next up. He took that baton and said, yo, I'm here. There's a reason they call me champ. But get the fuck out of here. It's Dick Night Train Lane.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm sorry, man.
Let's go.
Fuck, in 60-some-odd goddamn years, y'all still ain't passed this fucking record? Come on, man.
Right. Bruce, go ahead, Bruce. Come on. Don't let me down, Bruce. Don't do it.
I don't even want to harp on that one stat, but shit. He did it again another year with 10 and 12. It's only 12 games, guys. 12 fucking games.
Bruce, think with your head, not with your heart, Bruce.
Oh no, listen, man.
He played in that,
First of all,
wait. He played in that great receiver era of the 1950s. I mean,
Hey, look, like you said, you can't fault him who he played against.
Thank you.
Real quick, Bruce, I'm going to put you on the hot seat because I'm going to keep this simple. I don't think Night Train Lane should have even been made it past the first round. That being said, I go Champ Bailey. So, Bruce, you're on the seat with 2 versus 2.
Yeah, well, you
right.
know I'm saying Night Train Lane because I'm sorry, you're 6'8" picks, you have all pros. I like Champ, but one guy can tackle better than Champ, one guy gets more interceptions than Champ. Like it's when you can not only shut down a corner, but shut down a side, but when you can bait. Here's the thing: when you can bait somebody to throwing there, that's the best thing of a corner. It's not to just knock the ball down incomplete. No, if they're not throwing to my side. Yes, I'm doing my job, but they can throw to another side, still win the game. That doesn't mean we're going to win the game because they don't throw to my side. I have to get them to throw to my side so that I can be an impact in the game and cause turnovers. So they give Night Train Lane. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
I mean, you got to look at the return yards too, but go ahead, Bruce. Like, I think I forget about that shit.
Hold up, yo. Chill.
My bad.
Chill.
It's crazy.
So look, man, I was a Champ Bailey guy. I definitely like Champ. I didn't like Champ like I like Prime, though, right? My man Night Train Lane, he wore 81 doing this, just so on the same page. That shit was ugly as hell, but it worked.
But it's nasty, though.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
they thought he was a receiver. That's why he kept throwing the ball to his ass. My bad.
17.8 yards. Right? Every interception.
Yep. How do you think they noticed that? Damn, you took my shit.
He had 1,205 interception return yards. That's Deion shit.
That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care if he played when the dinosaurs played. The ball was still in the air, and he still picked it off.
Thank you.
Dude, man. He shut down guys like Bobby Boyd and
That's fine.
It doesn't matter. You keep going on the shutdown factor, but does that completely win the game? Can you still win the game? If I shut down Calvin Johnson, can the Lions still win? Yes or no?
I don't know about that.
But they can. But if I pick the ball off and take it the other way for a touchdown, that's a bad chance we win the game.
I'm gonna say they
pick the ball off one time.
I give more possessions for my offense.
Yeah, but would you rather have a corner that gets an interception every week and gives up 3 touchdowns?
You can't say he did. But here's the thing: you're saying he gave up touchdowns. You can't say that.
You can't say 6 times a week.
What do you mean?
It's not his fault they were throwing it right to him.
Yeah, but see, you're saying.
Wait a minute. Hang on, real quick. Even if they threw the ball right to him, okay, he played 12 games a season.
No.
And still managed to come up with 68 interceptions and 14 interceptions in 1 year.
That's impressive,
right?
But what's more impressive? Taking 45 snaps against a passing offense or taking 8?
8, and I get 12 picks?
Wait, stop. If you have less opportunities, Tim, okay, less opportunities. This man would sometimes sit there, and here's the difference, too. Night Train Lane, flying shit. When the ball was on the ground, he was trying to hurt you.
Right.
Yes, I know.
So it's not like he couldn't. He could tackle.
He can do that shit.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan. You got something. Go ahead.
So real quick, I'm gonna change my vote. If Tim just kind of talked me out of voting for Champ Bailey here, so I'm gonna go with Night Train Lane.
Thank you. Come on. Thank you. You can come on the Night Train.
Get on the train. Get on the Night Train Lane.
Night Train. Come on, man.
Tim was making an anti. I mean.
Come on, man.
All right, so look, and I don't even need to go any further. I mean, Champ Bailey, I do respect the hell out of you, but yes. I just, I'm impartial to Night Train Lane. So, Night Train Lane it is. On to the real matchup. Go ahead, Tim.
Damn, bro.
Oh, Jesus, I drove home for this shit.
Will you stop it?
You stop. I drove home.
Tim's having flashbacks of Mean Joe Green.
I know. He's like, it's happening again.
Oh, you shit is great.
Tune in next week when we talk about the 1910 Arizona Cardinals team.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm sure those guys
You don't want to respect Paul Hornigan?
I promise you, Tim, watch your mouth. Tim, I promise you, Tim, that 99% of this stuff on this pod, me and you will agree. I happen to be in Parso Night Train Lane. So, anyway, next
Well,
question.
guess what? This is the 1%, and it's Night Train.
The 1 seed Deion Sanders versus the 5 seed Charles Woodson.
All right.
Make this quick, please.
I'm gonna make it quick. Deion, man. Fuck. Damn, Charles.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Deion,
Sorry, man.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I'm just shit.
Charles
ahead,
Woodson.
Ryan.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Charles, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. It's
Okay.
Deion.
Now go ahead, Bruce. Give your accolades for Charles so you can nicely go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
give his
Nah, I
eulogy.
can't do that.
Nah,
I
give his
can't do that
eulogy.
because
Come on, give his eulogy.
look,
He dead right
Charles,
now. Get him the fuck out of here.
We appreciate you, bro. Like I said,
No, we don't. No, y'all don't. You're an Eagles fan. It still stinks. We don't appreciate you.
Okay.
Nah, but listen. Pride was what it was. So, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna go with some logic I've heard on this podcast. One guy was a much better tackler. He won the Heisman Trophy. All this stuff. It didn't matter. The other guy just shut down the side of the field because he didn't do as much as the other guy. So I guess by logic, Charles Woodson is better. So I guess I gotta go with Charles Woodson.
You forgetting something. You're
What?
forgetting something. There's a reason why they call him prime time. There's a reason why. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he had to go,
He had
go
more
chase Super Bowls.
touchdowns. Huh?
He had to go chase Super Bowls.
Wait.
Wow.
I ain't letting that happen.
Wow.
I ain't letting that
can't
happen.
even.
He
This
gave y'all
man
a
Look,
ring. And you talking
I
about
know.
Chase?
He didn't give us a ring, man.
Yes, he
Hey,
did.
was
Y'all can't
No, he
beat Dallas
didn't.
without him. Y'all
Yes, he
cannot beat
couldn't.
Dallas without him.
Damn, he said he chased.
You cannot beat Dallas without him. Go ahead
He
and
went
say
to
it.
he went to the 2 best teams in the NFL 2 years in a row to win 2 rings.
And he got
Could
both
you
over the
beat?
hump.
He was
Could you-
LeBron
He
before
did.
LeBron.
Could
He
you beat
definitely got us over
Dallas
the hump.
before him?
We lost to Dallas when we didn't.
Multiple
Other
years.
side.
Multiple years.
But he was the turning point. He was the
Exactly.
key.
And then,
The momentum swing.
Jared
was
even
better
said he
that
was the
year.
turning point.
right. I don't like him.
Wow.
That's
Hey,
fine.
All
I
right.
like you, Dion.
Let's get to the finals.
That's the last time we won the fucking Super Bowl when your ass was in San
You
Fran.
clout chaser.
Man, that's a
Ring
long time ago.
I'm just
The
saying.
ring chaser.
You ring chaser, Lord of the Rings.
LeBron.
Get
LeBron Sanders.
I didn't say it. Nothing to do with this.
I said it. I got a little bit of your back. Pause, Tim. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I do appreciate you, Deion. Anytime you want to come on the pod, you can talk about that 94. We can relive that whole championship year. Trust me. We've been waiting for that shit to come back to San Fran for a long ass time, bro. I mean,
A long time.
All
A long time.
God damn.
5 still better than 1, but that's not here or there. We'll do math. We'll do math on the next pod.
Yes, we will.
We got 4.
Well, if we do math with
The other ones
with this
don't count.
matchup, Deion has 2 compared to 1. He wins.
Yeah, he chased both of them.
Well, go ahead. Say it, Tim. What's the finals?
He's a ring chaser. He's a ring chaser.
You got it.
Just like
Say
those
it,
fake
Tim.
Eagles ring Bruce likes to count. Well,
Whoa,
let's go with
that was yesteryear, buddy.
the 1 seed. Yeah, that was even before Dick Night Train Lane was in the league. He wasn't even in the league when he
No,
was.
was it? Nah,
That's
that's
how
not
old he
true.
was.
That's
That's
not
how old
true.
that guy is.
Nah, that's not true. They won in 48 and 49 and 60s.
God.
48. You count 48, dude? Oh, my God.
I'm not really counting the championships, and I'm kidding around. I count my shit.
Night Train.
He's
Night
heating
Train
up.
Lane. Night Train Lane couldn't even win one of those championships, man. He don't have one of the discount championships, man.
Oh shit.
He don't have that
Discount
knockoff ring.
championships.
Oh,
Here you
my
go,
God.
bro. All right, bro. Go
Night
ahead.
Train couldn't even pull that off.
Yo, then that means the Yankees can't count half their championships. Keep going. Let's rock.
First of all, Night Train wasn't even playing then. Thank you.
What are you talking about?
He
He was
wasn't
in
in
the
the league
50s.
yet. No,
He
you
was in
said
the 50s.
48 is not the 50s. 48 is the 40s.
No, but Bruce said they won
48,
62. So it's
Yeah.
from 48 to 60. He was in that. He was in that
Yeah,
time.
48, 49, and 60.
He was. And then where did he
Y'all
go?
He,
welcome.
he was there in the 60s, but go ahead.
He went to Detroit?
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Detroit 1960.
Detroit, the
Okay.
Cardinals,
Yeah, I'm talking about the 60s.
Now we're gonna go with
Detroit,
the
yeah.
1 seed
Cardinals.
Deion
Yeah, you're right.
primetime
Chicago
Sanders
Cardinals.
versus the number 3 seed Dick Lane.
Dick Lane.
I'll go.
Or Dick,
I'll go
or Dick
first.
Train. Is
Dick
Dick
Lane.
Train or Dick Lane?
Go ahead, Bruce.
I'll go first.
Sounds like your favorite street,
So-
Dick Lane.
I know Tim still holds a grudge because of the whole, Deion clout chasing and leaving and going to win a Super Bowl after he won a Super Bowl. And then, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Primetime has the legit argument to be the GOAT, period. Okay? We've never seen anything like him. No, I'm not trying to hear Revis. I don't care. Okay? He smacked people upside the head and then ran with him for 30 yards, picked the ball off, looked at him, took it back to the crib for 60 yards. It didn't matter. Man started high-stepping at the 20. Yes, he was flashy. Yes, he was too legit to quit. All that good stuff, okay? And listen, I'm not going to say the good without the bad. This man had a lot of demons, okay? A lot, unfortunately. I'm not going to kill him on the pod because if Prime ever does come on, Prime, I'm a big fan. We're here, me and you. I got you. Don't worry. I'm just saying.
Turn his life around.
Also, he was a two-sport athlete. Pretty big deal. My man flew from one game to another in the same day. Oh, I'm hot. Okay. You know what I mean? He got
Talk to him a little bit.
Got a little something going on. Look, when Prime got the ball, the football in his hands, there was nobody like him. Okay? He was a offensive player. He played receiver. He punt return. He kicked return. It didn't matter. You're lucky he didn't play quarterback. Night Train Lane, it was fun while it lasted. We got Tim fired up. It's not close. Prime time by about 16,545 miles. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm an ass. But it's prime time, for real. Go ahead, Tim.
What you got, Timmy?
Tim is broken right now. Tim is under repair. I'm gonna go later. Go, Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I don't think this man should be here. But the train stops here. Dick, you can fuck off. It's Deion.
Wow,
all right, man. Enough with that.
You don't deserve to be here. You just put him here.
You did help put him here. You did help put penis here. And you told him to fuck off.
What you got, bro?
Whoa.
He did. That's what he said.
What you got, bro? What you got?
I want to just say something. We talked about the 94 season, right? Okay. Now, let's talk about Night Train. Night Train in that rookie season had 14 interceptions, returned it for 298 yards. How many touchdowns did he have, guys? Anybody tell me?
Total? Or that season?
That
They
season.
didn't have paper back then, I don't think. So they wrote it down.
Paper. What did they do?
Maybe-
Take a shit.
Maybe it's on the cape. Maybe
They did it
on
like
the
they did it
wall.
like the Flintstones. Yeah, they did it like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
How much? How much? Yeah,
It's
what
on
was
the cave wall. How many touchdowns he has?
How many had that season? I'm not sure.
He had two. He had two touchdowns. So he had 298 yards and he had two touchdowns, 14 interceptions and two touchdowns. Now, Tim, as being a Niners fan, and the last time we won a championship, it was in 94. A guy that we have, and we're talking about right now, had 6 interceptions. You're like, okay, 14, 6. Okay, right, 8. But this guy had 300 yards returning. 6 out of those interceptions, 3 out of 6 interceptions, he returned for a touchdown. 300 yards. So you're telling me a man that Hawley wasn't getting a ball thrown to him was able to get 6 and return it for 303.
Now, to be fair, he got 90 off of the Falcons.
Goddamn right he did. As he talked to the sideline and talked shit to him during the play and said, this shit is my house. So the fact is, yes, it's not just only how Deion did it. It's when he came on the scene, he made it so flashy and actually just really redefined that cornerback position. You have never got pissed off by a cornerback saying, hey, I don't tackle, I don't get paid for that. Yes, you do actually. But you're so well at doing what you do outside of that, you know what? We're going to literally pay you just for the other things that you do. You have literally turned the tables for, as you said, from one great team to another and decided a championship. One player. Can you please tell me another player? that has done that in that quick of a turnaround.
Yeah.
There is none till this day. So yes, we talk about 14 and 12 greens. That is awesome. But then you talk about literally going and playing against, we also had this guys that you guys didn't notice. We had Michael Irvin as one of the top 8 before in our top wide receivers. We had to go ahead and make an edit. But guess who that guy did? He shut his ass down to get 49ers to the championship game, in which we definitely killed San Diego Chargers. We needed Deion. We needed to loosen up. There was no doubt about it that we did not need Deion. He took a Falcons team that was ass and made them a contender. You guys don't understand the money he generated just from being Deion, coming from Florida State, and what he took and made Atlanta popping. Prime time. There's a reason why they call him prime time. He literally, once again, we talk about Bo Jackson. There was another one left off the list of running backs because how short he was. Guess what? Deion did that. Deion could literally do it. Too legit to quit. Hey, he made rap songs as well as videos, still playing football at a primetime level, literally playing 9 innings of baseball.
And he danced while he scored.
And he literally, and it wasn't just a couple games. He played a baseball season along with the football season and still came back within the same day, guys. Same day. You talking about somebody and shut shit down. It wasn't like, he wasn't playing to the top of the level. He still played as a starter. Yes, I understand, Tim, this may be boring you, but he's the only man in history to play in the World Series and a playoff game. It is Deion. It's prime time. He earned that name. Yes, he had demons. Yes, he had other things outside. When you playing the way he played, hell yeah, you're going to have demons. I understand why you had demons. Deion, I understand it. Shit. Damn, getting it popping in Atlanta and California? I wish I was you, Deion. Come on to the pod, Deion. Come on and tell us all about it. I'm calling you out, Deion. Get your ass on the Football Guys podcast and go ahead and tell us and talk about it. What you got, Reek?
I was torn on this one for a bit.
I don't know why. What you torn on? I'm not even going to say it, Pause.
I was. Don't do it.
I'm not even going to say it.
Here's what I'm going to say. I legit feel like Night Lane is a better corner, but I got to give it to Deion. I do. Night Lane is a better corner. He gets more interceptions. He can tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He just can play.
All right, now, wait, hold up.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry.
I know you're drunk.
As a corner, the job of a corner, shut you down, take interceptions, and tackle. He is better than Deion. But
this shit, hold up. Listen, dog. This shit was cute. I know you cannot actually think that he was a better football player than Deion.
Here, I said cornerback. I'm not talking about kick return. I'm not talking about punt return. I'm not talking about receiver. I'm talking about corner. When you talk about the position of corner, intercepting the ball, he had more picks than Deion in less games by far. Like it's not close.
Come on, Tim. Wake up, Tim.
It's not close, right? You talk about the interception yards. We talked about this earlier. We talk about tackling. One guy will knock your head off. One guy will run away to the sideline. So as a corner, yes, Night Lane is better. But Deion had more of an impact on the field. When you go to one team that said he basically did what Kevin Durant did. They were like, Kevin Durant, I need you to win to beat LeBron.
Man,
so they called Deion over, and he came to San Fran and won. He said, all right, I'm tired. I won with y'all nice. It was good. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna win over there. And then he won with Dallas. It beat the same 49ers team. That's nasty. I've never seen it before in my life. That is cold. So for that reason alone, I'm gonna give him the nod. But yes, Night Lane is a better corner, but the GOAT of corners, because of his impact on the field, is Deion.
Now I got a question real quick before we move forward. As I don't know if you guys were paying attention as we were talking, and I hope you fans were paying attention. Every time we mentioned a corner, we compared him to Deion. Every time. There was like, how Deion did it, how we kept comparing him to Deion. And even as you talked about Night Train Lane, you compared him to Deion.
I did because everybody has Deion as GOAT, as they should. So you're gonna compare him to the best. So I'm saying Deion is gonna win. Yes. I'll give it to Deion. But I'm just saying, You know how
What I'm
people
saying to you is that how can you say he's a better cornerback, but
I'm gonna give you like this. Here's the comparison.
you kept comparing him to him playing corner.
Here's the comparison. Just like people say LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan's a GOAT.
Sick. You're fucking sick.
Those people are drunk.
Those people are
I'm
drunk.
just saying,
but
people
ain't a
just say
basketball podcast.
LeBron James plays the basketball because he's got more points, more rebounds, more assists. So we're gonna say yes, he plays basketball better, but Michael Jordan's a GOAT because of what he
Stats don't
did.
tell it all.
Brings the accolades,
This is why we
the scoring
pick
titles.
Deion.
It's like that. That's the best way I can compare it to.
So did you pick Night Train Lane?
No,
No,
I
he
said
didn't.
Deion.
He picked
All
Deion.
right, go ahead,
He
Sam.
picked Deion. But he said Night Train Lane is a better
I
corner,
can't believe that shit. My
which
head
is
hurts.
crazy.
He is.
It's
I still love
almost
you,
like
though,
you're
Reed.
saying, yeah, I don't want to really get off this, but it's almost like you're saying, hey, yes, he's a better corner. I'm not going to pick him. Like you're going against yourself. Like you're very torn right now. I don't understand
I am
that.
very torn because
It's
that
crazy.
was
Stop, yo, that's just funny.
legit. What person you know can hit you like Ray Lewis but intercept the ball like Deion? That's ridiculous.
I
That's
honestly
my
don't
guy.
know because, only saw was highlights.
Deion Sanders literally covered 50% of the field. He
No.
took away one whole side of the football field. The minute he crossed over that little white hash mark, okay? Night Train Lane didn't do that.
He did
Can you
not.
prove
He,
it?
he didn't. He didn't.
Can you prove
I
it?
can prove it.
How,
I
you can
can.
prove it. Okay, you give me the stats to prove that because I see 68
I don't need a stat.
to
We'll
53.
watch the TV.
15 interceptions more in what 100 less games.
Bro, I'm gonna use Tim's analogy here. I'll pull the film up.
Yeah,
We'll watch the black. I gotta get the projector screen. Listen,
Yeah.
I gotta get the projector screen
Yeah.
for Night Train Lane. We'll
And you
watch
said
the
less
the
attempts.
black and white film.
I know,
Listen,
I
I'm
know
just
that.
saying. I don't care. It's fine. That's all well and good. We're gonna get the black and white film. Watch Night Train. Then we'll watch some stuff on Deion, and I'm gonna show you what the best cornerback of all time looks like, and
Okay.
then maybe the fifth best cornerback of all time
Fifth?
looks like.
Yes.
Two.
Yes. Yes.
Telling you.
He's two because of the circumstance.
I think also what you're not talking about, like we're just talking about, okay, we got to talk about technique. We got to talk about, you know what I mean, and things like the back pedal. Like that's part of playing corner. That's part of playing corner. Why I say all that right now? Because you know why I say all that right now? Because every corner right now is not looking up Dick Night Train Lane and getting techniques from him. They're looking up Deion Sanders.
Just call him in, Night Train Lane.
Right.
No, I've got to say his full goddamn name. I'm
It's
saying his
Richard.
full Richard. It is actually Richard, but we're going to say Richard.
Yeah, go ahead,
We're
go
going to
ahead.
say
You want-
Paul's Night Train Lane. Nobody's looking up the techniques of the penis Night Train Lane and seeing how to work it on the field. They're looking
shit's
up
out of control.
prime time Sanders. I
Can
mean,
you
seriously,
let
every
Tim-
every
the generation,
combine.
bro. It's because he was in the. Everybody grew up talking about him. It's different now. Like
No.
people don't look to tackle
Time
like
out, time out,
like
time
like
out,
Paul's
time out,
buckets.
time out. You
They
trying to
look
tell me?
tackle
You
like
trying
Ray
to tell me?
Lewis.
Time out, time out. You trying to tell me? And I know this is a football podcast, guys, but people are still talking about Jordan, correct?
Yeah,
You're
'cause a
talking
lot
about
of
the way
people saw
Jordan played, and they're going to continuously talk about the way Jordan plays.
Yes, because people
Why?
receive it.
Because guess what? He was that much better than everybody.
Right, but what
Still
happens is as you look 20 years down the line, they're not gonna talk about Jordan anymore. They're gonna talk about LeBron because
They're
that
going
new
to
generation
No
loves
way.
Jordan.
talk
They'll
about
never stop
Jordan.
talking about Jordan.
They'll
I'm telling you,
never.
bro.
So we're no
Never.
longer on this earth.
Never.
They'll always talk
Hold
about
up.
Michael.
Yo, I'm gonna kill Reek's argument real quick because people still talk about Babe Ruth to this day, but there's been about 25
Thank you.
baseball
Ain't
players
nobody
better than
talking
Babe
about no
Ruth.
Babe Ruth. I
Yes,
don't
Every time
they
a
know
home run
do.
derby comes up,
Yes,
they talk
they
about
do.
Babe Ruth. Yes, they
they
do.
do.
Yes, they do. Legends, real
The
legends
king of
live
trash.
on. Real
Okay,
legends
last
live
year's
on. There you go,
Legends
Rod.
never die.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
all right. Legends never die.
Yo.
Neither will Night
I
Train
came
Lane's
flying out
interception
of left
record
field from that when I
14
was
as
setting
a
my
rookie.
alarm clock.
Nobody's getting 14 picks as a rookie. Nobody. He gonna got that. He gonna
And
have
you
it
know
for-
what?
He had,
You know what?
Listen,
That's
he had
great.
14 picks on 25 attempts. I agree. It was awesome. But the fact of the matter is, Deion Sanders is literally one of the most gifted athletes we've ever seen.
And I'd
He's
say
one
all
of the
that.
best. He is the best corner we've ever seen.
I'm not
Deion
arguing
Sanders
with you.
might be the GOAT. So
Yo,
I'm
this
not-
guy almost won a fucking World Series
Y'all
and a
talking
Super Bowl
about-
in 1
I'm-
year.
I
Like,
hear
what
all
the hell
that.
y'all
I'm
always
talking about-
here?
All I'm talking about is the
Can I
corner
go yet?
position.
Tim, go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tim, you
Tim,
didn't go
please.
yet? Go ahead.
Go
Pick,
ahead.
pick
No.
him. I'm sorry. I apologize.
My bad, Tim. We thought you went already.
So I want to start this by saying I apologize to Deion Sanders. I overreacted on my account of your Super Bowl thing. I appreciate everything you did for the Niners.
Get your ass
Look
on the
Look
pod.
at this guy.
Get your
And
ass
the
on the
end.
pod. There you go. There you go.
So I apologize for that. Deion Sanders once made the quote, and this is a good boss move right here. He
Mm-hmm.
made the quote, water covers 71% of the earth. He covers the rest. Anybody with the
I forgot
confidence to
about
make that quote
I forgot about that.
is definitely a GOAT contender.
I thought it was 85-15, but I'll take that.
You need to go back to science class. But
No, that's what
You
he
go
said.
back to
No. I thought that's what he said.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Listen, like I said,
So
I give Deion the nod, but I'm saying Night
Dick,
Chain plays the position better. I'm sorry.
you were a little charity case for the night.
I want him to get second.
These guys
Night Chain Lane.
bought,
That was my point.
these guys bought into it. I didn't buy into it because your
Ah.
1950s, like Bruce said, you have to get the projector, maybe some cave paintings or something as your rookie card on it. Try to find that. Get the guys from Jurassic Park to dig it up.
Right.
But
And y'all basketball argument, I got Wilt top 5 player of all time too. Cause y'all talking about basketball stuff. Wilt top 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
The devil
This
that
is
you
a
do, the
conversation
devil
for
that you
all
don't.
Just saying. Yo.
so Deion, you're the GOAT.
Yeah, you got it, Deion. But
Thank you.
Night
There
Train
was no doubt.
And yo, be weary. Deion may be the overall GOAT. I think if I'm a betting man, I'd be putting my sole wager on Deion right now.
I wonder who wins between him and Jerry Rice. Mm-hmm. Like
Hey,
Jerry
look,
Rice.
hey, look, when we get there, goddamn, look, hey, when we get there, we gotta talk.
If we get there.
Talk. If we get there.
I would like to say one thing though, and this is direct, and I don't know how often people get this far in our pod, and hopefully they do on a regular basis. But I'm gonna say, one, this GOAT thing has been a blast, and we appreciate all the support and the voting and everything like that. But I'm gonna say one thing, okay? For everybody out there who completely discredit players, like because you haven't seen them, no offense, Rob, I'm talking about people on our sites and different things. Go back and watch a full. Don't watch highlights.
Please.
People on certain parts of social media talking about in our linebacker debate that I know Lawrence Taylor was great. Some could argue Lawrence Taylor rushed the passer more than he did anything. Okay? Ray Lewis was a really, really good football player. And there were some people that acted like Ray Lewis was a bum. And I'm like, come on, man. That's a little bit much. Right?
We see who's really hurt about that linebacker.
And I am. It hurts my heart. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, I'll admit one thing. So I want to say this. This is why I'm doing this. I'll say this. I wholeheartedly believe LT is better than Ray Lewis because of what he.
He admits that.
Dude.
Look at Rick face. Go and show Rick.
I do. Listen. And I heard somebody say, "Oh, it's because your body." Well, it had nothing to do with him being on with you or anything like that. Had nothing to do with that.
Just a little bit.
Zero. None.
No,
Zero.
Stop it.
Pause. He's not even my favorite Kane of all time.
I don't mean nothing, still a little bit.
Oh, your favorite Kane is the
Greg Olsen.
The Rock.
Greg Olsen.
Greg
Sean
Olsen.
Taylor.
Dwayne Johnson.
Sean Taylor. Nah, Sean Taylor. Nah, but The Rock is my guy. But look, all I'm saying
I'm on the pod,
is
Rock.
if people are going to have their opinions about players you haven't really seen or players you have seen, go watch, yo. Go watch a game, right? Go watch greatness. And I'm talking about every position, not just linebackers.
And if I can find a clip on Night Lay's game, I'm going to show it to everybody in the world.
Go ahead, man. But
look.
It's going to take me a long time.
And listen, and the reason I honestly brought that up is because you saw and Deion, I'm sorry, Lawrence Taylor and Ray Lewis had different responsibilities. But you can't discredit somebody who had 2,000 tackles. I don't care.
Yo, Bruce, though, real quick, though, when it comes to opinions they're just like assholes. Everyone got them. Some are respectable and, they make sense. Some are fucking stink, though. You know what I mean? So, but
I'm just giving my personal input on it. I think that there's a lot of people that they're not thinking about the intricacies of the game when they say shit.
Right. No. I say it all the time. And I'm speaking to someone who's seen – I've missed out on a lot more football than I've actually seen in my life.
I know, man. You didn't get to witness MC Hammer with Deion Sanders.
All I know is Bruce's favorite Hurricane is Ken Dorsey.
Dude, for real, I'm speaking to our young viewers and our uneducated viewers. because there's we have a lot of people that follow us that are of the age. Do your fucking research before you come and try to talk. Like, at least I know I've missed a lot of football, but I do my research. I make up for the missed ground that I have. Do your research before you try to come.
But we do listen. We really do welcome the banter, though. But I'm just saying,
of course,
like really look some shit. Look it up, man. That's all. Like I'm not saying like, and I get it. Like, and Tim can understand what I'm going with this. Like, all I was trying to say was, and I said it on one of our social medias, that those two players they had two different responsibilities. Well, one person was like, wouldn't you rather have this many sacks compared to that many tackles? Are you high? Like, I understand what LT did, but Ray Lewis still was an impact on the game, right? And there's other positions too. But either way, this shit's absolutely been phenomenal. We have one more position to go, and then we're going to be on to the finals, the round of 8. We're at 16 and 8, etc. Right? We're at 8 after that, right? Whatever.
8.
But
yes, sir.
anyway, it's been
sir.
awesome. But guys, another crazy night. Rod, take it away, man.
Definitely another crazy night.
Today's Reek's big day, so let's let Reek shut it down today.
There you go.
All right. And just one little quick plug for Night Train Lane. For all y'all young viewers, look at the Mutt. He's the best corner ever in Mutt. You can't throw to his side, and was letting you know that before you even try to put your vote in. Just letting you know Mike Train Lane is nasty, better than Omni, better than Revis was. He's the best corner in the game. That being said, we are the Football Guys Podcast. That's Bruce. That's Ryan. That's Ro. That's Tim the GOAT. I'm Tariq. We love y'all. Like, subscribe, share, do all that. We appreciate it, y'all. God bless.
Thank you, guys.
All right.